Once upon a time, Groot noticed something was wrong with the plants on a nearby planet. The once beautiful trees and flowers were wilting, and their roots were damaged. As Groot extended his roots into the soil, he felt the pain of the plants and realized something was nibbling away at their lifelines. Determined to protect the forests, Groot decided to investigate. One day, while moving through a dying forest, Groot caught a glimpse of a small, quick alien darting from tree to tree. It had sharp teeth and a playful yet mischievous look. Groot watched as the alien chewed on the roots of a tree before zipping away. This little creature was the root eater, and it was the reason behind the damage to the plants. Groot tried to approach the root eater, but it was too fast and vanished into the forest. Groot knew he needed to be smarter if he wanted to catch the root eater. He found the largest tree in the forest and planted himself there, blending in with the surroundings. As the root eater approached, it began nibbling at Groot's roots, unaware that it was being tricked. Groot quickly wrapped his branches around the little alien, holding it gently but firmly. The root eater wriggled and chirped in protest, but Groot's kind eyes calmed it down. Once the root eater stopped struggling, Groot showed it the damage it had caused to the trees. He gestured to the wilting plants, trying to explain how important the roots were to the life of the forest. The root eater tilted its head, seeming confused but curious. It didn't seem to understand that it was harming the plants. Groot realized the creature wasn't bad, it just didn't know better. Groot decided to teach the root eater how to help plants instead of hurting them. He brought it to a patch of weak, struggling plants and demonstrated how to loosen the soil around their roots without causing harm. At first, the root eater hesitated, but with Groot's patient guidance, it began to copy his movements. Slowly, it started to understand how to nurture the plants. As Groot and the root eater worked together, the forest began to heal. The plants grew stronger, the trees stood tall again, and flowers began to bloom. The root eater discovered that helping the plants was just as satisfying as nibbling on their roots. It chirped happily, proud of its newfound skills. News of Groot and the root eater's teamwork spread to nearby planets. Creatures and plants from other worlds asked for their help, and the pair set off on a journey to heal more forests and fields. The root eater, once feared for its destructive ways, became known as the root healer, a helper to the galaxy's plants. During their travels, Groot and the root healer faced new challenges, from polluted rivers to dying ecosystems. But they worked together, using their unique skills to bring life back to every place they visited. The root healer grew more confident, and Groot was proud of how much his little friend had changed. Eventually, they returned to the first forest the root eater had damaged. It was now a vibrant, thriving place full of life. The creatures of the forest welcomed Groot and the root healer with joy, celebrating their efforts to save the plants. The root healer chirped with pride, knowing it had made amends for its past actions. Though their work was far from over, Groot and the root healer knew they made a great team. They continued their journey across the galaxy, restoring forests and spreading hope. Together, they showed that even the smallest creature could become a hero with kindness and a little guidance. Their adventure was far from over, but they were ready for whatever challenge lay ahead.